Hello YouTube, Dr. Sola coming to you from Lagos, Nigeria. As you can see, my flooded batteries are gone. So you're going to wonder what happened. Well, they are still here. I'm going to have them picked up and sent to a recycler, and the recycler will recycle them, and then I'll get some money back for them. So a little bit of history. These were from our forklift set. There were 24 batteries. We spent quite a bit of time and money trying to charge them. When we were unsuccessful, we ditched them. Well, we broke up the set, sent 17 to a recycler and kept 17. So they're each 2 volt cells. 24 times 2 was 48 volts, which is what my system is. We kept 6 for a 12 volt system we're running to provide power to the rest of the people in the compound. Well, at the beginning, we had some success. We enjoyed a few days where it worked, and then from that point on, it was downhill. We just couldn't get any capacity out of these batteries, no matter how hard we charged them. Now, the replacement, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the replacement, then I'm going to come back and talk about this. The replacement are long 200 amp hour batteries. We purchased them about 2 years ago. We used them we loaned them to customers while they were waiting for their lithium-ion batteries. And my people on one of the installations didn't pay attention to the low battery cutoff, so we over-discharged these batteries. They've sat for a while. They were sitting at 10.8 volts, so that's not necessarily a good thing. We use a load tester on them, and they drop to 8 volts each. So that's not necessarily very good. But what we draw from these are so minimal that we might not get the same effect as we go from pushing a 100 amp load tester on them. Now, having said that, when we put the charge on, the voltage rose to a little over 12 volts. So I was a little concerned that if you saw some real voltage, that it might not work. So let me rephrase that. Because I felt the batteries were sulfated or in really bad shape, when you put a lot of current or a lot of current into it, the voltage will spike because you have false capacity. So when we initially connected the charge controller, nothing happened. Then the charge controller woke up and the voltage rose. So let me see if I can show you what I'm trying to explain. So right now we're pushing 400 and okay, it's dropped, but it was 462 a little bit earlier, and at 462 was showing 13.5. Now it's 215, 208, and it's showing 13 volts. So at almost double this number, it doesn't go past 13.5. So for me, that's very hopeful. It means there is capacity in this battery, and the more we push into it, the better I think we'll do. Right now we're pushing 13.5 amps. Before we're pushing about 26 amps into it, and at 26 amps the highest we saw was 13.5. These batteries have to get to 14.6, 14.7. That's the bulk and absorption voltage, and then the float is 13.5, 13.6 volts. So I'm feeling a little confident right now that over a day or two we should be able to charge these batteries enough to get them to where we want them to be. So I think it takes us 2 days to put some meaningful capacity into them. I look forward to that. 200 amp hours is 2400, so times 2, that's 4800. At 50% discharge, we need to put 2400. This controller on a good day can do 3 kilowatt hours. This controller here on a good day can do 3 kilowatt hours. So if we have 2 or 3 good days, we should be able to fill these batteries up. So I look forward to it. I am very, very excited that finally I'm rid of my my flooded lead acid batteries, and I've replaced them with these. Now in 2 days I'll come back and report to you to see if I was able to get them back, because here's a new experiment. This is a little bit sulfated because we've discharged them. Secondly, we let them sit for a while without being charged. But from what I'm seeing, there seems to be capacity, because at 470, 480 watts, which is about 26 amps, it has not exceeded 13.5 volts. So for me, that's very, very promising. Had it gone to 15 or 16 volts, I would have panicked and said the battery was junk, but so far so good. So back to my flooded batteries. When we initially installed them here, we got some good capacity, but there was always a problem we saw. When we tried to read some of the cells, we couldn't get readings off our multimeter. And then you come back and another day you get readings. When you shake them, the readings will bounce all over the place. You get it go as high as 17, 18 volts, and that for me did not make any sense either. When our voltage should be something like 12, 13, 14, 15 volts. So we did everything possible. We shook them, we lifted them up, we pounded them, we did everything that I could think of. And because we don't have the ability to push 50, 60, 70 amps into these batteries, I don't think we can resurrect them. So right now I'm going to label this a fail, and we're going to send them to a recycler so they can break them up and recycle the lead, and I'll get a little bit of money. It made for good content, but you know something? I still hate flooded batteries. I still hate lead acid batteries. So they're cheap, they do the job when they're in good shape, but it doesn't take a whole lot to destroy them. So if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up. If you are yet to subscribe, please keep subscribe. If you have any comments, any suggestions, please post them below. Once again, this is Dr. Sola coming to you from Lagos, Nigeria. Please folks, COVID is real. I lost a cousin Thursday last week, and then another friend died on Saturday. So please stay safe, wear your masks, keep safe distances. Please, it's no joke. Once again, thank you. Stay safe.